Hey everybody, this is Michael, and I am bald, and I am beautiful. So this is a personal musings and rant video, I guess you can say, personal thoughts. Um, I don't really trust people with comb-overs. Kind of the point, the gist of it, and the reason why is simply because I believe, because being bald is there's nothing wrong with it. It's just there's countless people who've come before you who've been bald, both men and women. Yes, it is more prevalent in males, um, and there's nothing wrong with it. I looked into I went bald like early 20s, or at least it was really becoming prevalent. To the point where, like, because I normally wear hats, that I just kind of always have, and I would take my hat off, and people would immediately like, and like immediately like, their eye contact went from my eyes to my head, and it became, pretty noticeable. And then, and I had long flowing like hair. Essentially, like in high school, I had the Kurt Cobain look. I had the look, but not the talent or success. And so I had this long, flowing, beautiful blonde hair, and so it was kind of a heartbreaking to lose it, man. I guess subconsciously I knew that I was going to, because my father, he's bald, my uncle's bald. Um, from the pictures that I saw of my grandfather and people like that, um, they were bald as well. But of course, not everyone in my family is bald. There are some people who, you know, um, just have gorgeous, beautiful locks of hair, and I'm like, how did I, get the crap end of the stick when it comes to hair? Everyone else, a lot of my cousins have just beautiful hair and nice, thick, luscious hair, even well into their 50s and 60s. And I couldn't even keep my hair, beginning of my 20s. So I decided to, I looked into doing the whole hair transplant, but it is very expensive and it's also very painful from what I found out. So I decided, I'd much rather work on my personality than my hairline, and that was my choice, And but if there are people out there who, I understand, especially for women, it's a big, thing about beauty and self confidence and all that, and men too, But I don't. But for someone who has a comb over, to me, what that is that they're in. To me, anyway, they're in denial. I mean, like they're insecure about their hair loss. They're somehow defining their appearance by their character, or they're defining their character by their appearance. And so if you have come over, like I know one individual who has, I mean, like some hair here, and they comb it over, and like so everything is bald, but they kind of, not even the Captain Picard, that nice thick, you know, horseshoe of hair. And at that point, it's just kind of like you're letting your insecurities kind of dictate your appearance, and you may just look better just shaving it all off, because everyone's seen bald people 100 times over, but the comb over look, I don't think ever looks good. Um, and it's also, I feel like the person is kind to trying to deceive themselves as well as the people around them. And so I'm not saying that they're all bad people or anything, but I am saying it could be indicative to a larger concern of character when it comes to them. Because if you're bald, it's okay. It's cool, no big deal. If you're religious, God made you in His image, and apparently He was bald. I don't know. I know that's a quote, but just, yeah, I don't trust people with come-overs. It kind of shows that their insecurities are directing them. It kind of, to me, it seems like they're trying to deceive themselves, and they're trying to pass off to you of, oh, I have hair. I mean, can't you clearly see it? It goes from one side of my head and it covers the other. It's like, come on, man, just cut it all off and move on. It's, cause I know this one gentleman who has mentioned, the come over and all that, and he still goes to the barber. I don't know why. Like, it's what, those three strands that you want to get cut. I'm gonna just cut it, man. It's just like, one of the greatest things I would do a sponsor ad for them. My wife got me this, what's called skull shaver, and it is fantastic. And like, we paid for that once, and I don't know how much money I've saved on going to the barber. I will admit, I like to go to the barber and get a straight razor cut, and I just literally sit there and just shave everything head up, and it's like pampering, almost. You know, because they do the hot towel thing, they shave it, and like, man, oh, I feel like $1,000,000 when I come out with that straight razor cut. I feel like a gentleman. You know, that's when I usually reserve that for special occasions. Last time I actually got a straight razor cut was on my wedding, actually. So, like 2, 3 years ago. Okay. So I think I'm a little overdue. But yeah, that's just kind of my personal thoughts, musings, rants. Don't trust people with come-overs, or don't entirely trust them. You know? Or maybe just love them. Who knows? Just be like, hey, bald is beautiful. Maybe we get that trending on Twitter or something. But anyway, you guys are perfect just the way you are. So take it easy and enjoy yourselves.